This video is going to show you how to set up your Epson Perfection photo scanner. What we're going to concentrate on in this video is film strips and 35mm slides. When you open your scanner, originally there's going to be a white backdrop in here that you're going to remove, and you can see why, because there's a light bar here, and it's this light bar that is going to reflect the film and the 35mm slide. So we're going to start with our film strip. You open the little door on your little adapter here. You put in your slide, and it will take a film strip up to 35mm. It will not take a film strip larger than 35mm. You also need to know that on your scanner there are two little markings here. One is a film strip and one is a 35mm slide. Now these are going to be a little harder to see, but they're also on the arm here. You're going to see there's a 35mm logo, and on this side is the film strip. So since we're doing the film strip, we want to put the film strip and the film strip holder here. You'll see why, because when I close this lid, the light is going to reflect here. So we close this. Now we're going to open our software. We're going to demonstrate to you a little later, a little closer up version of how to set up this software. But for right now, here's what you need to know. You need to be in professional mode, and you can see that there are different modes that you can select here, but we want professional mode. Document type. There are two document types, reflective and film. We want to make sure that we select film, because that's what we have here. Color negative. Now I happen to know that the negative film that I have in there is color. You can see that you also have an option for black and white or positive film, but I know that my negative is color. You can also see that my resolution is set to 300 dpi. What you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to preview your scan. So we're going to hit preview. And you can see you get a thumbnail of all the images that are on that particular piece of film. Now you have a little option to edit here, like if you wanted to turn the image, you can turn the image to get it right side up. So you do have an option to do a little editing here before you actually do your scan. But you'll see on this particular film strip there were 6 images. Once I look at the images and I see they are facing the correct way, that they're in correctly. Now in this case, you can see here, because there is writing on these images, that this picture is actually backward because you can't read the writing. So when I click this, you'll see that I get to flip the picture so that the writing is correct. And on some of your videos, on some of your slides and your film strips, you may need to do that to make sure that you actually can read any writing that is on the image. Now you're going to go down here and scan. But before we scan, we're going to click on this little settings, because we want to make sure we're scanning to where we want to put our pictures. All the image prefixes are IMG, and you'll notice we're starting here at image number 1. We're imaging, the image type, file type is going to be a JPEG. We also get to pick where this image is going to save. You can save it to the picture file on your C drive, or in this case we're going to select another and we're going to just put it on our desktop for right now. I hit OK, and then I go down and I click scan. It's now going to rescan that image. We'll hear it here in a minute. Now you'll notice here that it's scanning 1 of 6. It scans each individual image on that negative as a separate image. So this actually takes a little while because there are 6 images on here. Okay, so all 6 images have scanned, and you'll see that it put it right on our desktop for us to save to a USB drive and to an external drive or to upload into the cloud.